Hello everyone, I'm Lucy from Library of Lucy and this is going to be the Unpopular Opinions book tag. So I absolutely just stole this from Tori Between Pages. I will link her video in the description. She literally just did this video and as soon as I saw her do it I was like, I want to do that book tag because I have some strong opinions. I'm quite an opinionated person, especially when it comes to books. So I thought, this is my tag. Tori is not the person that created this tag. If I can find who did create it, I will leave the link in the description. But in this current moment, I don't know who created it. I just know that I saw Tori do it, but she didn't create it. I'm just gonna go like right into it. So the first question is, a popular book or series that you didn't like. Okay, so I've spoken about this book a lot before on this channel, so I'm not going to go into it too much, but I really didn't like the book Such a Fun Age. I'm sorry, but I didn't. I liked the idea and I think the topics that were discussed need to be discussed and the things that were brought up were good. I just don't think it was done in a very good way. I feel like there was no real conclusion. I just didn't like that book at all. I unhauled it as soon as I read it. I didn't like it. Another book that I didn't like was The Secret History. Not that I disliked the whole book because I didn't read the whole book. I read 100 pages. I just disliked the first 100 pages because I just couldn't. I found it so difficult to understand. Like, it made me feel so dumb reading that book because I just didn't understand it and it made me feel really dumb, so I stopped reading it. I probably will go back to it and try and reread it or try and like read it again for the first time, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. Another book that I didn't like is, again, I didn't finish it. I don't finish books that I don't like. Why would I finish a book I don't like? But I didn't like You and Me on Vacation by Emily Henry. I don't know if it was the book or just because I was in kind of a reading slump at the time, but I just couldn't finish it. I didn't care about the characters. I just wasn't interested, so yeah. The second question is, a popular book or series that everyone else seems to hate but you love. Okay, I base this, like, the way I decide if everyone loves or hates a book is based on like my friend group. So if, like, for example, Em and Soph love a book, then I just assume that the majority of people in the world love that book. I know that's not an accurate thing and I shouldn't I shouldn't judge it that way, but that's literally how my brain works. Or like, if Bisma and Sarah hate a book, I'm like, everyone hates that book. But that's not how life works, but that's how my brain works. So I loved the book We Were Liars. I know that's very like, either you love it or you hate it, but I know a few of my friends did not like We Were Liars at all. I really liked We Were Liars. I didn't see the twist coming at the end. I found it emotional. I really enjoyed it. The Ivies, again, I haven't really heard that many people talking about it, but the people that I have heard talk about it did not like it. That's The Ivies by Alexa Donne. I feel like there's a lot more that I just can't think of right now. But most of the time I don't really read books that people say that they hate because it obviously just puts me off reading the book. The third one I don't really think I have an answer to, but it is a love triangle where the main character ended up with the person you didn't want them to end up with, or an OTP you didn't like. I don't really think there's many like romances and relationships, I mean romances in books that I don't like. At least none are like popping up to me right now. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really think I have. Oh, actually, yes I do. I don't like Daisy and Reich. Is that their name? Reich? I forgot his name, but in the Addicted series, Daisy, Calloway and whatever that the man is called, the boy, I forgot his name, that's really bad, but I She's 15 and he's not 15. I just don't like it. I just think it's creepy. I don't like it. So yeah, I'm going to say those. Number 4 is a popular book genre that you hardly reach for. There's a lot. I honestly nearly always stick to the same genres. I read like thriller, romance and fantasy, and that's it. I don't like classics. I don't like sci-fi. I don't like not that I don't like poetry, but I just don't reach for it. And non-fiction. I don't read non-fiction. It's not for me. That's probably the main one that I don't reach for. Sci-fi, I guess I've just never really tried it. Or I read Ice Planet Barbarians. I guess that's a sci-fi and I hated it. So yeah, and then classics, I don't reach them because I'm just intimidated by them, but I do want to read classics. I just haven't. Number 5 is a popular or beloved character that you don't like. Everyone, I can feel the hate comments right now brewing. I can feel them. I don't like Nesta from A Court of Thorns and Roses. Yes, I've read A Court of Silver Flames, before you ask. I've read A Court of Silver Flames and I still don't like Nesta. I'm really sorry, but I just think that she's a bitch. I don't like Nesta at all. And I know that she's like gone through a lot, but so has Feyre. Feyre literally had to do everything for her family. Nesta just sat back and let Feyre do everything. I don't like Nesta. I'm sorry. Me and Nesta are not friends. I know that Bisma is literally going to scream at me if she sees this. Oh my god, there's a wasp on my window. It is outside, but still. I've got to get rid of that. Sorry, hold on. Okay, sorry, I just had to beat up a wasp. I'm pretty sure that wasp was like a reincarnation of Nesta and she heard me speaking about her and she came to destroy me. But yeah, I don't like Nesta from ACOTAR. Also, I don't know if he's really beloved, but I don't like Aaron from Shatter Me at all. Yeah, I don't know why, I just don't like Aaron. Number 6 is a popular author that you can't seem to get into. Again, I guess Donna Tartt, who wrote The Secret History. I don't think she's that popular. Maybe she is, I don't know. But I just couldn't get into Donna Tartt's writing. I don't think there's really any authors writing that I didn't like that much, or clearly not. It's not that memorable if I didn't like that author's writing. The only kind of things I don't like is sometimes in like Elle Kennedy, oh don't come for me guys, in Elle Kennedy's books I just feel like, I don't know, I just sometimes I don't like the writing. Also Tahira Mafi in Shatter Me, why do we have to repeat everything? Why is everything repeated? Also why, I guess because the books were released in different years, but I'm reading this series one after the other, so don't recap every single thing that happened in, what's that book called? In Restore Me, when I've just this second read Ignite Me. I just finished reading Ignite Me. You don't need to recap. If I need a recap, I'll look it up online or I'll reread the book. Just don't repeat what's already happened. So yeah, maybe Tahira Mafi actually, even though I love the Shatter Me series, I just don't love the writing. So yeah. Number 7, a popular book trope that you're tired of seeing. Miscommunication, bye, don't like it, disgusting. Yeah, I don't like that. I also, this one might be a bit controversial. I don't like friends to lovers. I don't like it. I find it so boring. I feel like if it's a romance, it has to be like enemies to lovers or hate to love. I can't stand friends to lovers. I just think it's boring. Number 8 is a popular series that you have no interest in reading. This one is so easy for me. The Poppy War. I'm sorry. I don't want to read The Poppy War. I don't want to read it. I feel like everyone who has read that series just has emotional damage for the rest of their lives. And I don't want that. I just don't get why you do it to yourself. I don't want to read The Poppy War at all, ever. Also, This is actually probably really controversial because I literally have the books there, but I don't know how I feel about the Shadowhunters, the Mortal Instruments series, because I literally have all of the books, but I've had them for like over a year, and I just haven't picked them up. I just haven't ever felt like I wanted to read them, but I do own them, so maybe I will. We'll see. And the last one is, the saying goes, the book is always better than the movie, but what movie or TV show adaptation do you prefer more than the book? Hands down, The Vampire Diaries. Our buddy read the first 2 books of The Vampire Diaries with Jenna, and oh my god, they were awful. They were shocking. I know that they were written a long time ago, but I'm sorry, they were so bad. They were so bad. Like, it just seemed creepy, and I just hated it. It was cringy. Yeah, those books were horrible. Also, Twilight. I do love the books still, but I read the books after I watched the film. So I'm picturing, when I'm reading, I'm like imagining Robert Pattinson. So I feel like that's why I'm okay with the books, but I absolutely much prefer the books to the film. I mean the films to the books. Also, After, the After series, I read every single one of them books back to back. They're like 800-page books. I read them all. They weren't bad books, they weren't awful. But yeah, I think I probably do prefer the films. Thank you so much for watching. That was the Unpopular Opinions book tag. Bye.